think one of the biggest challenges we face as math educators is society perception. It is acceptable to say, I don't understand math, I don't get it, I'm no good. But you don't ever hear them say, well, I can't read. That's an embarrassment. And for math, it's perfectly acceptable, so they tend not to try as much. Oh, I can't do it. Mom couldn't do it. My dad was always bad at math, so I'm going to be bad at math. And they don't see the fact that math is so important in everyday life. You know, one of the first things we talk about on the very first day is, what do you do if your car breaks down? How are you going to get to school? That's a problem-solving thing that brings in math, you know. Can they read a bus schedule? That is math. And they don't always connect the two together. I think one of the difference between ASA and the program level is by the time they get to program level, they have some confidence in themselves in the math. Maybe not wonderful confidence, but some. If they've tested into that program, then they have the confidence, hey, I didn't need those remediation courses. But if they've made it through the remediation courses, their confidence is, hey, I've passed those classes, I am ready for these. So I think there's a confidence difference. A lot of our students are first-time students, and their only experience with school is high school. And high school study habits are so different than the college ones. And so after week one, you know, I asked them, you know, what did you accomplish last week? What did you get done? What didn't you get done that you should have? And help them build a schedule on how to organize, because they don't realize that, you know, for every 1 hour in class, you plan 3 to 5 hours study time outside. And I also tell them to build that time into their schedule. If they're self-disciplined, use it at home. I said, if not, plan that 3 to 5 hours at a library. And you write it on your schedule, and nothing interrupts with that. You know, I teach my way in the classroom because I like my way, and my way makes sense to me. But I also understand my way is not the only way. And so, you know, if they're not understanding how I'm teaching it, I send them to the Learning Resource Center. I send them to supplemental instruction. Because if someone else tells it to them, you know, they may say A instead of that, and all of a sudden, that's what made the difference. And I think that's important for them to realize that to be successful, if you're not getting it one place, rather than, oops, I can't do it, I give up. Seek out other resources. And it doesn't hurt my feelings if they say, I don't get your way. And for some teachers, that would hurt their feelings, and they'd be like, well, then maybe you just need to listen. No, it's okay. We don't always hear things the same way that we think we've said it even. I think the biggest motivator for students is that they know somebody cares. You know, knowing somebody cares and somebody's watching out. You know, I check constantly on the My Math Lab, and if you haven't stayed up to date, you get an email from me that says, why are you behind on your My Math Lab? What's going on here? And they know I'm going to check up, and that motivates them. You know, somebody cared enough to take time to check into that. You know, if you miss my class, you get an email. Why weren't you in class today? We really missed you. This is what we covered. Let me know if you have questions. Just showing them that they care. The fact that I respond to emails quickly. They're always amazed at that, because some of them have waited a week to get a response from another teacher. And that means if they had a question about an assignment, they can't continue assignments. And so they feel defeated because nobody cares. So if nobody else cares, why should they care? And so I think just showing them how much we care about them and we want them to be successful, I think is one of the greatest motivators.